Welcome to Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. This power couple is building stronger marriages one day at a time, talking about real issues on love, relationships, and marriage longevity. Let's break down the barriers and engage in healthy conversation with your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie. Take a seat and buckle up because things are about to get real.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Loving Beyond the I Do podcast.
With your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie.
That's me. All right.
So, honey, we actually made it episode number 100. Wow.
Who would have known, right?
Right.
Oftentimes people start and then stop.
Yep.
And so we are celebrating our 100th recorded, recorded
right.
episode. Not all video, but
Right.
recorded episode.
That is correct.
And we are extremely excited. Because when we
it's a
started
huge-
this endeavor,
huge
we
milestone.
didn't know where it was going to go.
Nope.
Look at us now. We're
Yes.
at 100th episode.
Yes.
We are growing.
Growing. Coaching business is growing.
Yes.
The business at large is growing.
We are globally all over the world.
Oh,
We are being
yes.
heard globally.
All continents.
Yes. So we are so excited.
Yes.
So this episode, we didn't know whether or not to bring you guys some gems to drop or just
To say
talk
thank
about
you.
the journey.
Yeah. Saying thank you. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. Hey, it wouldn't be a 100 episode if no one was listening. So thank you for all your downloads.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, you just got to keep things simple.
So we know that throughout the course of the time doing our podcast, it started off really slow. Mm-hmm. We didn't know what we were going to do or how we kind of got thrown into this, but it has been such an exciting time because we have touched so many lives.
We have.
We have changed so many marriages.
Yes.
Both with the coaching
Yep.
and with the podcast and with a lot of our other endeavors, So we are so internally grateful for everyone, especially for God who showed us this vision, right?
Yes, that's
who
right.
told us to do
Yes.
this. This was our mission.
And we listened.
And we listened.
Yes.
So we don't always listen.
Right. We acted on it. So that's the big thing.
So, and there's only just more to come. And we can't wait to celebrate, on our Friday Night Live.
Yes.
Where we bring in a few of our previous guests.
Oh,
and we
that's gonna
talk
be
about
so
their
much fun.
experiences and just have a good time because the whole point of it is just being able to change marriages and take them off cruise control and talk about the things that people don't talk about. Mm-hmm. So I know throughout our podcast we talk about the issue is not necessarily just marriage, but talking about the issues of marriage.
Right.
Because no one talked about them in the past. No one, I know, and I was thinking about this, that it all depends on, like we say, who you get your advice
Information.
from, right?
Right.
Information, advice from, right? So if you ask an older unmarried person, what should you do?
Right.
And I say this because I've heard this when I was younger. A friend of mine got married and we were at her, what is it called? Bachelorette party?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it'd be bachelorette.
And or her bridal shower.
Okay.
Right, bridal shower. And the older women who were not married were saying, well, just make sure that you give him as much sex as he wants, satisfy your man, make sure you cook and clean and do all the things a wife's supposed to do.
Woo.
Which, that's what older women thought. But who knows what is cooking, cleaning, all the things a wife's supposed to do.
Right.
And so, but then if you ask a married person who had been married for a while, what should you do in your marriage? Their answer was totally different.
Right.
It's don't lose yourself. Be true to yourself.
Right.
Make sure that you're happy, he's happy, and you have a happy home. Keep people out of your business.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So and listening to and going back thinking about that, it just made me think about how we get different advice from different people, but even that advice is still not concrete. It's
Exactly.
Nothing, it's nothing
because they give you little tidbits, right? So they'll tell you a little bit, but they don't have the substance behind it. So you'll go like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't do this, or I should do this because of what they said, because they've been in a marriage for so long.
Or they haven't.
Right? Or you're just taking their advice because you look up to them.
Right.
But then you find out that this doesn't really suit me in my relationship.
Or it doesn't even it doesn't make sense. Like, you're giving all of yourself.
Right.
And
And
people who aren't married have, again, this vision or assumption of what marriage is.
Right.
So they're giving you advice on what they think it is and what they've heard over the years,
Right.
not through actual experience.
Yep.
So one thing about this podcast is that not only are Jason and I coming to you and giving you this advice from stuff that we have gone through, that we know, that we ourselves have experienced. Nothing that we talk about is there's nothing that we discuss that we haven't experienced. And then for those areas that maybe we want to give you more in-depth on, we bring on specialty, right? We bring
Right.
on people who are specialists in those fields
Exactly.
to help you with, finances or your health, but for the most part, we are here to deliver the information that is crucial in helping marriages be sustainable and longevity.
Oh yeah, we talk about that in our intro about marriage longevity. What does that mean? What does that look like? And we're here to help you define that in for your own marriage, in your own self, so you can understand. So you're just not taking that information because someone gave it to you. We're giving you steps and tools so you can work with to understand what that means. What does longevity mean to me?
And what does a happy marriage mean to me? What does my happy marriage look to me? And
Because what looks happy to me may
Right.
not look happy to you.
Exactly. And how can I obtain that happiness?
Right.
How can I, me and my spouse, be at a point where we're both happy, we're both want the marriage, and we're thriving in the marriage? Because it doesn't make sense if one person is doing, I don't know, it's doing everything for themselves and it's not a team effort.
Right.
Because the whole point of marriage is that you have a built-in support system.
That's right.
So if you don't have a built-in support system, then that right there on the front, your marriage is
It's
not
lacking
succeeding.
and having some issues.
Right. So, but we do know that through a lot of the interviews that we've had, that there is a such thing, not only with our demonstration, our marriage, but we have talked to people countless time and time again who are having happy, successful marriages and making things work because they have done the necessary homework,
That's right.
the necessary things that need to get done. So we know that it is possible, and those who say that it's not possible are those who either didn't put in the effort
Didn't put in the effort.
or have not been married.
Or they did not put in the effort. So they might not have a good relationship either way.
But it's both. Right.
Right.
So either they didn't put in the effort, so
Right.
they think that you can't be happy, or they've never been married and they're assuming from what they've heard or seen through other people, because we have a tendency of looking at the people around us and basing judgment instead of looking at everyone. We base everyone based on that little small circumference that we're in, that little area. So this is our podcast is to get the information out to help marriages to succeed the best way possible, and to make sure that we're discussing issues about relationships, because
we're having discussions that
Right.
you don't normally have.
exactly.
And even on our Friday Night Lives, if you guys don't know, we do a Friday night after this podcast is released.
So the podcast is released on Wednesday. And then to give you all, the audience, an opportunity to either speak with our guests or to speak with us or answer questions.
You go over to Legendary Relationship under
You were talking about we have a
YouTube.
Friday Night Live, right.
And then that way you can find the Friday Night Live. It's turned into a podcast. It wasn't really designed to be that way, but they're lengthy sometimes. But it's a lot of engagement. So a lot of the audience comes on and asks
real
questions.
issues.
Yeah,
With
well,
real
right.
issues.
And
So
that way you
people
can
wanna
kind of
know.
drill down on some stuff and have some real conversations. And that's what we really want to have happen.
And oftentimes we are afraid to ask questions that we really want answers, because we don't want people to judge us or
Right.
to say, "Oh, wow, I'm that."
Right.
People. We're thinking that people are looking at us in a certain way, but what we fail to realize is that we may not be the only one going through that in our marriage.
For sure, I know we're not.
And so we often tell people, if you have a question that you want to ask and you don't want to ask it on the Friday Night Live, send it to us. Send it to our email at info@legendaryrelationship.com.
Or DM us
Or
on,
DM us, and we will keep it
at
private.
Legendary Relationship on Facebook and Instagram.
We'll keep it private, but we will address the question, because these questions need to be answered. And if we're not answering them, then we're not doing you any justice in your marriage.
Right.
So we want to make sure that not only are we touching lives, but we're impacting lives. We're impacting marriages. That we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Right. We were called to help with other, with marriages and help coaching other individuals. How do I become a better person? And in order to become a better person, it helps me to be better mate in my relationship. So it's all of those things that we work with. Yes. Yeah. That makes a successful marriage.
So we talk about self-development. We talk about things that, and just like there's a stigma around mental health, there's a stigma around getting help for anything.
Right. There's nothing wrong with therapy, especially in marriage.
Right. Because sometimes mental health may be the issue of a marriage.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we're afraid to get help or we don't know, we're not seeking help, then that's just one more thing that we're adding to the marriage when we don't understand how to fix it. So we have to stop stigmatizing getting help, whether it's professional help, whether it's coaching, whether it's personal help, something that can help us as an individual grow and then help our marriage in return. Because if I'm a better person, if I'm healthy and I'm whole and I'm perfect and I'm loving myself and I'm happy, I can only show up and be that type of spouse for my mate.
And that makes our relationship better.
So we have to get rid of these stigmas about talking about marriage, talking about sex, talking about things that we live.
Yeah, you don't really want to talk about this, but we all have some issues, right? So, but we don't want to talk about these issues, and you wonder, I don't know where to turn because I can't talk to anybody about these issues. Well, here you go.
So not only do we have issues in marriage, but we also get stale. Marriage gets stale, just like bread gets stale.
Marriage gets stale? I didn't know that. Okay. All right.
So sometimes marriages get stale.
Marriages get stale because especially if you do the same old thing repetitively over and over again, it can.
And not only are you doing the same thing repetitively, but you're finding new interests outside. So you all aren't growing as a couple when you say, well, what do I do to get that back?
Yes.
The thing is that what has made it doldrum or stale is that you stopped doing the things that made it alive. So the biggest answer is we have to get back to doing those things that make us feel alive, make us feel connected, make us loving, make us happy. And so we have to continue to keep those in our marriage. And no one ever talked about that.
No.
Only thing we talk about, like you said, the taboo of sex or whatever.
Right.
But there's so much more encompassing in marriage that needs to be discussed. And we have just touched the surface. We have just touched the surface.
Oh, we're going to turn it up a notch.
We're going to turn it up a real notch. And so we look forward. So we definitely didn't want to spend a lot of time, but we do want to let you guys know that this upcoming year, we have a lot of things planned. We have a lot of things going on. There you go. So we hope to
we will.
Our coaching and
we will
just be able to impact more lives. So not only for those couples that we have helped, hopefully they know couples that we can help. And, and it will continue to grow and grow and grow.
Because, hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with needing help.
And we're not. This is not even needing help.
Well,
so
just being able to talk about it.
The coaching is just what we do to help your marriages get better. So our coaching is, I'm here, we're okay, but how do we make it even better? How do we get to the next level of just man, I never thought it could get this good.
Yep.
So we want to live lives where to the fullest. Where our
we don't want to leave nothing on the field. We want to just do everything we're supposed to in our relationship and in our marriages,
and just be so happy that we didn't know we could reach happiness at this point.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do. Jason and I as well. We have a good marriage, we have a happy marriage, but we're constantly trying to take our marriage to the next level where we can not only demonstrate in our lives, but be that essence of what love looks like, where we're just radiating it and we don't even have to say a word. And so just constantly working.
Ooze with that, that love.
So we are constantly working on our marriage. We want you to continue to work on your marriage. We want to make sure that you're having the best times of your lives, that we're impacting you, we're answering the questions that you need answered, and that we're there for the things that count.
Right. Yeah.
So
for the most part, yes.
Yes. So we have a lot coming up this year. Like I said before, if you have been following us with the Friday Night Lives, we have a pop-up coming up. We have, which is a mini resort pop-up, which we think will be phenomenal. And it's just for marriages to reconnect, to get back.
We got some tricks under our sleeve. Yes.
So we are also looking to do more courses and, invited to more people. Right now we have a small number because we're trying to make sure that we don't overextend ourselves.
Oh, for sure.
But we are in the planning phases, and so hopefully real soon we can get our course out that will incorporate everyone.
Yep.
And so we're fine tuning it, and we can also get our book out that will not only tell our story, but help couples to see that we're all in this together.
Right.
So is there anything else that you want to tell them about that we have coming up, or what to look forward to, or,
We have some special content that's coming up that, we're working on. We're working on some things that you guys requested, some more information, some stuff that
we
we
have to
just,
get that out too.
yeah, we can't really, it's not for everyone, right? So it may be a cost, it may be a slight fee, but we don't know yet. We're still working on that, but it's some extra content to go along with what we're talking about. Some more of a deep dive. So we're working on that. We'll be working on the Facebook group. Marriage Boss.
Yeah. So we do have a Facebook group.
Yes, we do.
But we kind of
we haven't been active
Yes,
in it very much. But you know what? Things are about to change. I mean, like we're finding our footing, we're finding our direction, and now we're really ready to get back into the whole Facebook group type deal, because we really need to be able to support you in the group.
Yeah, and part of that is because I don't know, a lot of people who follow us know me personally, and I have been in the journey of school, so
Yes.
I am finished for right now.
Congratulations for right now.
So I finished for right now, but
And if anyone,
and that takes up more.
if any spouse has gone back to school, both of you guys are in school. It's the whole household is in school. Everyone goes through it. So
it may be a little stress here and there.
yeah, just a little bit.
So that in part has taken us away from being able to do as much as we want to do here. But now that for right now I'm finished, hopefully I can devote all my energy and effort in getting those things out as soon as possible. So
Yes.
we just tell you guys to stick with us.
Yep.
But back to the Facebook group. So
Yes.
we hope to really create an intimate setting where you can meet new people, because Jason and I, through this podcast, we have met so many new people, so many new couples, so many friends extended all over the world. And because of that, we feel connected. So we want our Facebook group to be
Feel that same
really
type of
connect. You have a
euphoria.
community of support. So there's nothing that you can feel embarrassed or concerned about asking, right? So we want to be able to pray together, to cry together, to celebrate together. We want to be able to uplift each and every one of our followers and our members, and we want to create a Facebook group that is very enduring and intimate, and we're there for you. It's a community.
Yes.
And so that's what we want. We want to support our community, and so we do limit it to only married couples.
Yes,
I
for
don't
now.
know if we did
No, we did that.
Dedicated
Yeah,
couples?
it's just strictly for I'll say married couples, or you know what, some people are committed. So
we're not really sure about committed
But
couples,
we're really
because
thinking
it's a little
about-
different.
Yeah, it is.
When you're committed, it's kind of the same thing, but
it's not.
yeah,
Right.
So
right now we're going to focus on married.
So,
Okay.
so the group is really to help and support those couples that want to have more enjoyment, don't want the doldrum to set in, don't want to get stale, don't want to get old, but also keep the love alive, but also be able to help each other tackle some of the challenges, because I know other couples have gone through something that maybe I'm going through now.
Right.
And if I ask them, it's just advice.
Right. That's all it is.
And then some of them are specialists or professionals, and so therefore they can give you their professional opinion. And so the thing is just to get enough information where you can become the person that you want to be. And right now, like we said before, there's a lot of information out there. Our goal is to take that information, apply it, and demonstrate these things in our lives and in our relationships.
Right, and then help you to do the same thing.
Well, that's what I meant by
we demonstrate it, right?
Help to demonstrate.
So we're gonna
our
test
lives.
it a little bit, and then we're gonna go out
When
and
I
give
say we, I mean everybody.
Yeah, I got you. So anyway, so the Facebook group, if you haven't, go over there and join. It is Marriage Boss. So, because we bossing up the whole marriage industry here. So
Marriage Boss, and so that's on our Facebook group. And so I think that's it. We are so excited about this 100th episode. We hope you enjoyed it up until this point. If you haven't heard everything, go back and listen to it.
we got a nice catalog.
If there's something that we have not discussed and you would like for us to discuss it or touch on that, please DM us or make sure that you email us at info@legendaryrelationship. But the sky is the limits. We are taking couples to here and beyond. As
Yeah,
you
that
said,
transformation
beyond.
is something, right? It's just a wonderful thing when you help a couple transform to an okay marriage, to a marriage that they are just so blissful in. It is such a wonderful thing to be able to do.
And I know one day we will all be able to sit in a conference and be able to just, enjoy it, right? Enjoy it, love on each other, where we're in just the atmosphere of couples enjoying each other, and we're all taking it to the next level and changing what people think marriage is.
Another thing I thought about, babe, is, maybe taking the show on the road and doing a live show, in another city. So we can just record it in another city. So, it's things like that we're thinking about. We're going to come out of the studio.
If one of our followers or listeners are out there and you would like for us to come to your city and you would like to help us and support us, just give a DM us and let us know. So we will be there.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and record this and interact with the audience and stuff. That would be great.
Set up. And so we just have all these wonderful ideas and plans that we hope to transpire really soon. So now that my time is freeing up, we will be doing big things real soon.
Oh, yeah.
So
we already have, baby. We made it to 100. You don't make it to 100 not doing anything.
That's right.
You're really doing something when I don't know, just something about that number. It just really just makes my soul just stands up and
not
erect.
only are we on our 100th episode, but it's only been this is our second year.
Yeah, second year. Yeah.
And we're approaching our 10,000th download. So just continue to support us, continue to listen, continue to let us know what you need in your marriages, and sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. I am so happy. Thank you so much for all your support. Like I've said in the past, it wouldn't be us if it wasn't for you, and we do appreciate you. Everyone that's on all the continents, we really appreciate you.
Yes.
We know you're listening. We appreciate it. Just pass the word around, share. Because subscribe and share. Just make sure that you pass this along.
That's right.
But again, we have two YouTube page. We have two YouTube channels. One is Love and Beyond the I Do, obviously, because the podcast is there. And then we have Legendary Relationship. And that's where we do the Friday Night Live. So just go over there and check those out. Subscribe to both of those if you haven't already. We would appreciate that. And tell a friend.
So we are also in the process of looking for sponsorships and partnerships. So if you would like to sponsor Legendary Relationship or Love and Beyond the I Do, or you would like to become a partner with us, please make sure that you send us your information. Contact us at info@legendaryrelationship.com.
Yep.
And we do have a QR code, so we hope to have that on the screen as we continue, so that this information, all you have to do is pick up your phone and scan it.
Yeah, we'll be doing that on Friday.
And so that information will get out to you. So as always, we're going to make sure that we are bringing you the best of the best.
That's right. That's all we do. It's going to be classy. It's going to be information, very good information. And stuff that you can actually use. And that's the most important thing. Tangible stuff that you can really use, right? Once you get off the podcast, you can go right into your relationship and use some of these things to make yourself better and to make your relationship better. That's what this is all about, making yourself better in your relationship. Because the better me means the better us. All
right. So I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Let's see. Is there anything else I want to touch on? One, I want to say that... you'll be graduating real soon. And I want to say I love you and I appreciate all the hard work that you did. And I'm very proud. I'm very proud. It's a heck of an accomplishment to do when you didn't have to do it. Yeah. It's just a bucket list. And when you said it, I said, okay, well, we can do this.
It was just a bucket list. Yep. And I did it at the top of my game.
Yeah.
I maintained a 4.0 my entire time in school.
Yep. Yeah, so that's amazing. And you're graduating with what honors is that? Summa
cum laude.
Summa cum laude. That is awesome.
Yes, and I've also received numerous merits and awards throughout, and I am so grateful because this is just God working in and through me. And like I said before, I know the best is yet to come. So
for sure. But I just wanted to say congratulations because we're going to have that graduation coming up. Shortly after this podcast is released.
Yes. So next week will be my graduation after we've made our 100th episode. So that means that we got to step our game up. So we look forward to it.
Yes.
So time would be a little bit freer for me after next week.
For sure.
So I look forward to it.
But we still made it, regardless with all the busyness and craziness.
We
because
did. We did.
Why did we make
We
it?
stayed consistent.
Because it was important to us, because we knew it was important to you.
Yes, yes. So we see so many podcasts that start
Yep.
and they go, oh, well, I have a podcast, but I only did like 5 episodes. I only did like 7, or I did 20 or 75. Sometimes people don't, when it's theirs, they don't put all of it into it. If,
Right.
if it's for someone else, then they show up. But when it's yours, you're producing it, you're doing it, you're creating it.
Editing. Oh my goodness.
So
Yes.
you're responsible for all of it. It's not as easy as it seems, but
It's worth it.
We just make it look easy.
We do, and
It's
it's
like
worth
marriage.
It. That's
we just
right.
make it look easy, but
it's not.
It's a love. It's a labor of love.
Right.
There you go. And that's with anything, because it's not what you do, but the mindset that you have behind it. So we are going to push forward, and we don't mind, because this really does matter.
It does.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So as always, we're
in it to win it.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Lovin' Beyond the I Do podcast. Head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave a review. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Legendary Relationship, or visit our website at legendaryrelationship.com. Till next time, remember to make every day count.